Action!
What is going on, people of the YouTube universe? It is I, your fellow Homo sapien fellow filmmaker, Dan Young, and this is Cinesection, the place where you and I can hone our filmmaking skills. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you how I do these vids. Basically, I'm going to be showing you how I make one of these episodes, or videos, or pistachios.
Alright, so here we are in Premiere, and so I've already imported all my files. So what I do next is I drag all the video onto the timeline, then I drag the external audio from this video onto the timeline. Then usually this track is recorded onto the left channel, so what I do is I pop the right channel onto the left channel also, so that you can hear them both, you know, stereoly. Yes, I made up that word, I think. And so usually when I record, I clap just so that I see the waveform here. I see the wave here, and so I know where to start. So what I started doing is I link all the, I sync up all the audio. So I'll come back when all the audio is synced. Alright, so now all the audio is synced, and what I do next is I go through the footage and I pick out which takes I like and I start editing it. So I'll get back when all the editing's done. Alright, so all the editing here is pretty much done. All I have to do is go into After Effects and get rid of the green and yada yada yada. But before I get into that, I want to point something out. So this layer right here, this is the music layer. And what I did to it, if you listen to it, is you can hear the music and you can hear my voice at the same time. So let's get into it.
Action!
What is going on, people of the YouTube universe? It is I, your fellow Homo sapien fellow filmmaker, Dan Young, and this is the one and only Cinesection, where you and I...
So as you can hear, the music isn't overpowering my voice, but that's because I popped on an EQ. And so what I did here was I took down all the mids because that's where the human voice is, the human voice's frequency. So I took all that down from the audio track. So what a lot of people do when they try to, when you try to hear your voice and the music at the same time, they would just, you know, turn down the volume of the music or turn up the voice, and it doesn't sound right. So here it is without the effect. You would notice that you can't really hear my voice, and it's like being overpowered. So let's turn it off.
Action!
What is going on, people of the YouTube universe? It is I, your fellow Homo sapien fellow filmmaker, Dan Young, and this is the one and only Cinesection.
As you can hear, you can't really hear my voice. Well, even if we turn down the volume, it doesn't sound as great.
Action!
What is going on, people of the YouTube universe? It is I, your fellow Homo sapien fellow filmmaker, Dan Young, and this is the one and only Cinesection, where you and I can hone our filmmaking.
So, there's a tip for you guys. So what we're going to do here is we're going to prepare this timeline for After Effects. So what I do is I highlight everything, I unlink it from the audio files, and I highlight it again, then I copy it, then I paste it, and line it up, and then I nest it. I put it in a nest, and okay. So all the files are in this nest, and then I can just shut these off. So the reason why I do this is because if I need to edit something, like if I need to trim this down or something, like the audio doesn't get messed up. Alright, so after all this is prepared and everything is nested, I right click it and we replace with After Effects composition. So let's do that. So here we're in After Effects, and I have all these other compositions to help me along and to make it easier for me to do everything. So I'm gonna copy this. This is the background, pop it there, make sure, there we go. And I go to key, so this is already done from other projects, and I just copy and paste everything over. So there we go. Yep. Then we're gonna duplicate this. Make 3 times, get 4 layers. Make this final result, and make this Luma matte. Make this Luma inverted, and we're going to pre-compose that, light wrap, and we're going to compose this. This is our key. So let's see here, copy, do that again, get 2 layers and do a Luma matte. So there we go. So this is background. And here's another background layer, and this is our key. This is basically me, and this is our light wrap. Light wrap is basically like it helps it blend it in. And the effects I have here is this is a LUT Buddy. LUT Buddy is a plugin that applies LUTs, and we have key light here. Key light is basically to get rid of the green. I have the green here and pick it out. And hue and saturation here is to get rid of the green spill around me. So what I have here is the reason why I have 4 copies of it is because one is the final result here. This is view final result, and the other is view screen mat. So screen mat is this, and basically what this is this is a window. So I luma mat it. So what it does is it gets rid of the white, and it shows it basically gets rid of the white. It's hard to explain. The screen mat is like a window. You're looking through it, and the reason why I don't have key light on is because so that the key light isn't affecting me. There's no noise around my clothing and stuff like that. So the reason why I have hue and saturation on is to get rid of the green spill. So if I turn that off, you can see there's some green spill on the hat, some green around me. And if I turn that on, bam, it's gone. And so the light wrap is basically it helps blend everything in. So if I turn that off, it's not as, it's like very edgy. Let's see, where is it? Let's just there we go. If I turn that off, it's very edgy. So what it does is it kind of feathers the inside of me so that it just blends nicely. And what I have here, the Cinesection Filmmaker and Dallin here, are just the animations. There's just the animations here, and I made them in After Effects, obviously. And this layer here is the background. So that's basically all I do here. So let's save that and return to Premiere. Alright, so we're back in Premiere, and as you can see, everything is updated here. The effect isn't rendered yet because there's a red bar here. And I also have some more titles to pop in because I said something and I was going to pop in titles. So after that, I'm going to pop in some titles, and after that I will render. So I'll get back. Alright, so we're back here and everything is done. I did some animation here, and I popped in a few titles there. I popped in a few arrows, and everything is all set to edit. So let's see my render settings. 24 frames per second. And these are my render settings. There we go. And it's going into done. And so we're gonna edit, and that's it. That's my workflow. I pop into Premiere, I edit it. After that, I take it into After Effects, I do all the effects on it, and then I export it, I render it from Premiere.
So hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something. Until next time, I'm your fellow Homo sapien fellow filmmaker, Dallin Zhang. Stay tuned for the next video when we talk about dry water.
Cut!